Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach means it. Best round here. Remember that.
All right, welcome everyone. Welcome back to the coach's desk. Trusting that everybody's doing well. How is it going, people? It's a Wednesday afternoon, and some of you might be off from work. Some of you might be on your way to work. Some of you might be still at work. But we are here to do our little analysis of the game. You know what I mean? Welcome to the persons who are here. Thanks very much for tuning in. Welcome, Facebook. Welcome, Facebook. And please remember, people, to hit that like button. Yes, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and become a part of the Coach's Desk family. Big up on yourself. Big up on yourself. So, yeah, first of all, congratulations to the Reggae Boyz on qualifying for the 2023 Gold Cup. Yes, that's continuity. So, yeah, man, the thing has continued to 2023, where we have rolled over into the Gold Cup again. So kudos to the players and the staff. But the matters to discuss, people, the matters to discuss in this one is this game that they played against Mexico, the last game for the coach, Paul Hall. Is it? Is it? Interesting days ahead. 1-1 draw. Andre Blake showed up again for the Reggae Boyz. Pretty much he kept them into the game. What say you, people? The Reggae Boyz are on like what? A 4-game streak where they have not received any loss or any nails to any coffin. Yeah, people. We have to drop a snare and a jump on it. I kick the jump. All right. Yeah, people, big up on yourself, big up on yourself. Where are the people at? Where the people at? Where the people at? So, intention is just to give you the information and move on, isn't it? Yeah, man, we not stick on stay. You understand? So we're here just to roll out some information on what we had in terms of the game. We were in the stadium. We watched the game live and direct. And I'll be giving you my analysis of the game. Fortunately, people, you can share because you can call in and let your voice be heard. Give us your few cents or your take on the game. You understand? So it was a very interesting game yesterday. Good to see the boys when they came in, they were all good. Yeah. They were doing their stuff. You know what I mean? Give me a second here, people. What is this now? All right, nothing to worry about. Nothing to worry about, people. That call didn't give me any information or any added information. So yeah, was a good result for the boys in terms of qualification for the Gold Cup. So that in itself was a good result for the boys. So kudos to them on making another Gold Cup. Yeah, kudos. All right. When you look at the statistics, let me start off with that because some people they are really into statistics. All right, so three-team table. Jamaica on 5 points. Long time when I lead a group. Mexico 4 points. Suriname 1 point. Them shouldn't have none. Anyways. Them shouldn't have none. But um qualification for Gold Cup was, I believe, one of the main goal of this Nation League, and they have done it. So yeah, kudos to the staff on that one. All right. We had 38% possession, 62 to Mexico. I mean, I hear a lot of talks about this Mexico team. It was a B team, C team, D team. You see, regardless of whichever alphabet letters that they decide to call the Mexico team, one thing for sure is that they already have a system of play. So anybody fits in to that team or gets a call up to that team, they are basically going to play the same way. Hardly any team can outpossess Mexico. Doesn't care if you're a United States or any other team in CONCACAF. You know what I mean? And this Mexico team, some of the players have been playing together from the youth age. So again, when they talk about chemistry, they have been there. You understand? So it was not one of the Mexico team that we know. However, it was a very formidable Mexico team. And even if the team not formidable, just the name alone, Mexico, will drive fear into any opponent because they have been doing this yearly in terms of dusting out the CONCACAF teams, right? Mexico had 10 shots off target, Jamaica 5. We had 3 on target, Mexico 7. 4 corners to Jamaica, 6 to Mexico. 14 fouls committed, 18 to Mexico. 1 offside. All right. So, I mean, this this was a game again where Mexico really dominate as usual. It doesn't matter who the opponent, Mexico will forever play their sort of ball game. And you might wonder how they always play the same way. It doesn't matter who they play because they have a system. It's all about defense and attack. Moments of the game, defense and attack. And it might seem simple, but that's basically what they do. They attack by moving the ball around, moving into space. Their movement is better than us. Also, they are quicker to the first ball and all these things. Yeah. So if Mexico use some straight ball up, at the same way Mexico is gonna come and play. No doubt about that. They're gonna be playing the same way because of the system that they already play and they're actually used to. We're just developing our own. You see a little bit of it. Yeah, you see a little bit of it. However, you have not seen the whole scope of what we want to see in terms of a Jamaican sort of football. Yeah. So we have a long way to go. If you ask me, we have a long way to go. Long way to go. But will we have continuity? All right. So I guess Paul was in a situation where he wanted to win this game to take a little pressure off him, because from our understanding, and this is what caused Alabalu, so to speak, at the press conference. Yeah. But you know what? I'm going to allow you to listen to the press conference, I'm going to allow you to listen to the press conference. All right. And you tell me your thoughts. Yeah, man. You're going to tell me your thoughts on what Paul all thought about the game. No, it's a question I'm asking. based on information and uh what you call it, especially in the press conference. I tell you, hot. All right, so now I'm gonna listen to the press conference. Yeah, man. But let me read some of the comments before. Damian Hines, big up yourself, welcome. Rob Smith in the building, big up yourself, Rob Smith. Oh, it's a 5. You know, we don't set a time. You have to set a time for it to start through StreamYard. So yeah, that's why. But yeah, we just kicked off. But Jason said, big up Erudite, Apostle Paul all. Blake is Blake. Anyone want him out is a madman. Yeah, there were talks about Andre Blake losing his spot because he's not a ball playing goalkeeper. But I believe he has improved where that is concerned. And he's also a stop shot stopper. Can't take that. Hey, I saw a shot that was hit with venom at Andre Blake last evening inside the box, and the man was able to block it. So hate him as you want. Andre Blake is Jamaica's best goalkeeper right now. Delaware Ridley, big up yourself. Good game last night. All right, yeah, man. Tola T. Blake is who Andre Blake did fight at Suriname. We don't know about that. We are here talks about that, but not sure about that. Ricardo Hot Breaks. The Mexico game shows the huge gap in the technical ability between Jamaica and Mexico players. Our passing accuracy is improving, but speed and physicality alone won't get us to the top of the CONCACAF. No Ricardo Hot Breaks. The passing accuracy has not improved. The amount of touches that they would have gotten from the ball has improved. But the passing accuracy, even last evening, was atrocious. Even if I didn't have the statistics to look at, I tell you, that passing accuracy that you made mention of, nah. Too many turnovers, passing errors, unforced errors, all of these things last evening. It was bad, man. We should always qualify for the Gold Cup. Coach, any Mexico team we play will always play the same way. We have a they have a structured system of play. Exactly, Stefan, right? That's what I've been saying. Coach, all the female senior and U23 plays the same. Exactly. If you look on Brazil team, I saw Brazil play too. The Spain team, them, everybody, because they have a united sort of way of developing and structuring their football. You know what I mean? Coach, I believe if Paul Hall or any coach wants to play possession or passing football, he needs the players who can actually do so. Exactly. Big up Neo, the next erudite in the building. We are still thinking on the field. We're always slow and late. They're a machine. Yeah. Or they're a machine. D Thompson, big up. CD was the question asked by traditional press. Yup. So me gonna listen it. Don't put any words in my mouth. Closest to anger I've seen from the coach. Yeah, man. The technical ability of Jamaican players should at the level of Ravel Mars or better. I agree with your coach. We have a long way to go. New technical director need to drive that change. Yep. Incredible reflexes from Blake. Yeah, man. Second half, he lost that passing and went back to his long. Yeah, true. Yeah, we observed that to D Thompson. Yep, I agree. Our passing out of the middle was poor. Very poor, Ishmael. We couldn't break the press. You want to keep making saves. Yeah, man. That was, yes, Rob Smith. Good observation. That barrage of long balls was as a result of the high press from the Mexicans. Trust me. I have to give credit to the Mexican team, and people might think that, hey, this is a weak team and we should be marauding over them. No, trust me. The Mexicans technically are better and they play their role way better than us. So certainly kudos to the Mexicans. You know what I mean? All right, let's hear what's happening in this presser.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, this is the post-game press conference, Jamaica versus Mexico. And we have Coach Paul Hall here. Coach, I'd say a tough game. A game, though, that
hearing,
was
right?
possibly winnable. Although in the second half, we came under pressure. Take us through the game, though.
Like I said, I said to the players, look, don't play Mexico, play the game. Because there's this thing that Mexico is like a big team, and they are a big team, but I believe that my team could have beaten them today. And we started the game, and Leon got into the box. He was the only person in the box that showed the desire and the commitment to get into the box. We finished that off, and we went 1-0 up. And, after a few scares, we were quite comfortable. And then, we switch off concentration. I don't know what happened. It was the last kick of the game, which is really frustrating for it to happen and go in at 1-1. So the boys were a bit deflated, but, I just wanted some positive vibes at half time to go back out and make sure that we at least keep a clean sheet in the second half. And that's what I asked the players to do, and they delivered that. So I was happy, but again, as you say, it was a winnable game. And I thought that Mexico got away with one there, even though they had a good deal of possession and they had some good chances for themselves.
All right, let's go to the journalists.
Matches in the tournament so far without a clean sheet. Does that bother you that they're not being able to come away with the game?
Yes, it does. However, I can't really stop and think about that now because we've qualified, which is the most important thing. We're through. My thing was that I wanted the players to win this game today. You know, I felt they deserved it. I felt they had worked well in the week, and if I'm being honest, I think we paid them a little bit too much respect, and I said that to the players. But yeah, you know, we've allowed a goal in, but we didn't give them that goal. I don't believe that they earned that goal. We gave them it from lack of concentration and the lack of somebody not doing their job. So I can't actually pinpoint who that person was. Too close after the game, but yeah, something to work on. And yeah, no clean sheets, but we're through. So that's key.
If not that it wasn't the strongest Mexican team to assemble and never. You mentioned all the stuff and do you think that we really missed a trick?
I think we missed the trick by not beating them today. Whether it was the strongest team or not, Mexico, that you can't take that away from the players. Mexico actually did quite well with their second, their third team. So they're going to the World Cup, you know, and they probably could go with their second string to the World Cup. So we can't take anything away from Mexico. But I believe that we are starting to grow. That game a few months ago, we probably would have lost it. So we have come forward a little bit. But like I said, we still need to do better. But we have made some ground. And in this competition, I wanted to be able to take 3 points to Mexico. But, you know, we take a point and we'll have to look at it.
Coach, you spoke about, you know, you begin to see that Roger has told you from here that you're starting to grow.
Yeah.
But are you in any way, shape, or form kind of still have any concern at the back of your mind that with this decision making and or the ball handling under pressure, is there any concern from your point of view where that is concerned?
Listen, again, this is you're playing against a team that's good in the press. You're playing against a team that really moved the ball really well. So, you know, a game ago, we were moving the ball really well. And at times tonight, we moved the ball really well as well. I've got to take the anxiety away from the players because there was some anxiety, especially at the start of the game. And at times when we dropped off really deep, that's what I've got to address. And hopefully I can address that the next time we're together. But it's just moving forward now. We've got to move forward. We've got to look at the game, rerun the game through with the staff, with the players, see where we could have got better.
Coach, talk about moving forward. Do you expect to be on the bench the next time Jamaica plays?
Do I expect to be on the bench? Yes. Listen, I'd like to put my boots on and play myself. You know, I would really like to do that. Yes, I expect to be on the bench. Yeah.
Given the circumstances and sort of your resignation, your statement afterwards that you did it, well, it was said that you did that in solidarity. You consider your position.
Did what in solidarity?
Your resignation. That's what we heard from the.
So you said that I said it.
You never said it.
You're putting words into my mouth. Don't do that, please.
I didn't put words in your mouth.
You just said I said it.
The president said that.
Well, don't put words into my mouth, please. Right? What was your question? What was your question?
Do you think that your position is tenable?
Is tenable?
Yes.
Yes. Why would it not be tenable?
Well, Coach, by the way, have you signed a contract?
I'm sorry?
Have you signed a contract?
No.
So so when you expect to sign a contract?
I don't know.
What is the big point?
There's no sticking point.
So why are you still coaching with that?
Because I have a commitment until the end of this game today, or the end of June, and talks are taking place, but there is no sticking point.
Just following up on my colleague, because the president said that you resigned in solidarity with the players. But that's not the reason why you resigned, right?
I'm sorry?
You said that wasn't the reason why you resigned.
I'd rather not talk about it at this moment in time. So let's talk about that in the future. I will make a statement in the future. Let's not talk about that right now. I'd like to talk about the game. Thank you. Please.
It's kind of difficult not to ask obvious questions to Coach Paul, we're reporters. Obviously, we are going to talk about the game and we will talk about the game. I think I have to side with my colleagues in that the fear myself was the fact that they're the strong of our duty to not ask the obvious questions.
Yeah.
And one is that you resigned in Suriname, we solidarity with the players. Two, you said yourself that you don't have a contract. So it begs the question, as Andre said, is your position tenable? Can we go forward with a head coach who does not have a signed contract?
Well, hopefully, I'll answer your question straight. Hopefully, I'll be able to sign a contract soon.
Next question.
Looking at the game, coach, we saw it highlighted in the game against Suriname. We spoke about the right man position.
Yeah.
It was exposed again against Mexico. Is that your major area of concern going forward?
There are areas, yes. In that region, we saw what happened tonight. We weren't very strong in that area tonight, and we always want to make sure that we are strong in those areas. And again, when I go back and relive the game and re-look at the game, we've got to make sure that we A, look to fix it, and B, we always are looking for people who we can strengthen in those areas. So yes, it wasn't the right back area was one. I think I'm always looking for players in and around. I would like some competition for Shamar Nicholson up front. I'd like some competition in the middle of the park for a Ravel, so to speak. So yes, there are areas in the park that we want to fix and to be stronger in. But that takes time, and we've got a big long break now to be able to sort that out.
What happens between now and the next international?
Lots of searching, lots of speaking to players, lots of trying to improve the group that we've got, lots of trying to bring a lot more quality into the squad, so that we can grow as a group and as a fraternity of players around the world who want to come and play for Jamaica. So we're looking at making improvements. We can't stand here and sit on our laurels. We've got to make sure that we go forward, looking forward, and try to improve.
Coach, at the back end of our local Premier League season, will you be doing any searching, scouting within the next few weeks with the hope of looking at new ideas, new players in the team going forward?
Yeah, like I said, anybody that's born from Jamaican heritage, we've got to consider a national team player. So all over the world, we're looking for players, and especially in the Premier League. We're looking to see who can. We've got 2 players, maybe more, who are in the Premier League now, who were in the squad. So hopefully we can see some more and give those guys hope that they can come into a squad and improve us.
I think what Roger was talking about is the local Premier League, and the playoff starts soon. How will you monitor the local Premier League to ensure that any talent that's there you can actually see?
Well, we know, like I said, I've watched a lot of Premier League games every time that I'm here. I do return to England on Thursday, but I've got a capable staff, and I do watch the games on Sportsmax. So I do keep abreast of what's going on and those players as well.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hi, Dan.
With the whole fact you signing that contract, do you feel more optimistic about the future now that we've completed this cycle, as opposed to when we took the job on an interim basis?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Sorry, I was asking, do you feel more optimistic now about the future after this team cycle, considering where the team was when you took over in December?
The team's on a journey, and the team needs to grow, and the team needs to go forward. I mean, you even saw Mexico tonight change their squad from what it was the last time. I probably wasn't expecting that squad to turn up. So we're on a cycle where I think the average age today was about 25 and a half, under 26. So we're on our journey. Yes, I'm happy with the way things are going at the end of this cycle. But I could have done without that goal happening just before half time.
Two more questions.
Well, are you satisfied with the support that they're getting from the Jay?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, like I said, we'll go and we'll settle down, let all this dust settle, and just make sure that we can sit down and talk about a future with the JFF and make sure that this game's out of the way. I did want to get this game out of the way, and then we'll talk in the future. But yeah, at this moment in time, I'm happy with the support. Yes.
One more question.
After the game, what are the sorts of things that you would want, whether it's resources or stuff from the KFM to make sure that we have to protect this?
I just want to make sure that we do things correctly and make sure that we're professional in our approach on the pitch and professional off the pitch. I think it's really important that we get ready for success off the pitch and get ready for success on the pitch. And I think that they both go hand in hand. So as the team improve, then can we improve doing the stuff off the field and support and make sure that when we're ready to be successful, we're supported in the right way.
Thank you very much, Coach. Thank you. We have to prepare now for the Mexican.
All right, so you'd have listened to the presser. What's your analysis of what the coach is saying? I think he was pleased with the outcome. They could have done more, in his estimation. Yeah. But for me, you see, Andre Blake, him really keep us in the game, Truth and in fact. Andre Blake is the man. Yeah, and we have to big up Andre Blake. All needs to relieve Andre Blake of the captain's armband. Can players invite themselves? What can players do about the 16-7 formula? He should be using his platform to see why Wint is still there. Neo, I'm just posting that these current players is due to the fact that he has part of Tapa's setup, and Tapa did put it out there that they communicate or dealt with certain players. Okay. I see the point. All right. Where am I? All right. So yeah, you know why I say wonder if this is the last game for Paul Hall, because he's not sure where the negotiation is. This game was the last game of the interim post, so they have to move forward in some sort of negotiation. And whoever is negotiating on behalf of the JFF, will they actually put into context how Paul Hall really worked with the team throughout the entire interim post, the 6 games, the friendlies that he played, and the Nation League games for this year? Yeah? No, Brownman security. Low wasn't on the bench last night. Low probably there in England long time. I have no issues with what Blake says. Isn't he just saying what we say every day? We need players to come in early. Of course. That's what he said in an interview. Nothing wrong with that. If we're going to get overseas players, they have to come in early. They have to come in young. Michael Hector came in when he was young. And others. Yeah? So nothing is wrong with that. Jairus, big up yourself. Eagle Republic, I doubt you referring to the players that wasn't called. If you wanted to call off JFF, do that. Otherwise, leave it to the coach. Coach means the problem is simple. Paul Hall does not believe in the 16-7 formula. The man does not believe in his own bench. Why are these players there? The man made one dege change. Yeah, that was questionable, you know. And I wanted to ask him in the press conference. Big up yourself, Marlon. I wanted to ask him in the press conference, but because I went in at the time when they were having their little don't put words in my mouth sort of session, was very difficult because I did not know if that question was asked before. And I was the only non-traditional person in the media person in the press conference. So, you know, it would be like I was amongst the lions, so to speak. So I didn't want to. So I just recorded on at that moment. You know what I mean? But this 16-7 thing that Eagle is referring to, trust me. No matter what you think of all, I think JFF is unprofessional for stringing the man alone for the long time without any definitive iron decision. Yeah, and we have been a long time. The negotiation supposed to take place, you know. And up until now, you can't hear any movements in terms of, well, we heard sounds of he's gonna be getting the position. Yeah. But we didn't know that this was his last game under the whole interim coach basis. Will he be asked to come back? There are many people who are questioning Coach Paul Hall coaching acumen. Some very well believe that he has not done anything to date with this team. Why wouldn't he make a change? Is it because his resignation was in support of the players who wanted to strike, and some persons could not come off the field? I don't know. I'm just speculating. This is all speculation. Some persons are throwing Paul Hall under the bus that he cannot coach. Yes, that's what some people are doing. And he outrightly made a decision, allegedly, to side with the players openly. Hence the reason we heard of his resignation. Yeah. So this is a very critical point going forward, where the team is concerned. I mean, if he does not return, it's gonna be a situation of lack of continuity again. A new coach would have to come in, and you might see new players. But if it is done, it's gonna be done early. That's the only thing, you know. But these are matters for concern, people. Don't take it lightly. Next year's Gold Cup, and I think that tournament is going to be in preparation for the World Cup qualifiers. I think some games should be happening in the next window, going into the new year. Some games should be happening, you know, to sort of keep the players together. You understand? Things need to be held together, because trust me, this doesn't look good. To know that Paul Hall did not get a contract for so long, even though it was an interim position. But we thought, based on how the information was transmitted, it was stated initially that it was an interim position after 6 games. Yeah. And then I guess it it continued. It continued into the Nations League games. And nothing is wrong with that. But I mean, this negotiation is taking long, man. Tough Rudy, big up yourself. CD, what Blake said was not about Young. No, me not say it was about Young, but he's right. I am agreeing with him, D. Thompson. If players are coming in, they should be coming in early. I just added the Young to it. I agree with him. You cannot. We should not be going into a World Cup cycle, the final cycle, and having new players unless that player is so exceptional and he wasn't seen before. I think once he's given a contract, that 16-man squad is a good idea. Maybe some of the players that played on the bench yesterday belongs to the development group. Yeah, and basically what they're saying, the senior players are utilizing their seniority, because when they thought they take some of the blame as the senior players, they made reference to that sort of a wording. So I think they understand clearly what is happening. So it is what it is. Perkin, the people who are throwing him under the bus haven't been watching. Well, Perkin, persons are saying that Paul Hall cannot coach. And he has not improved the team. And I kid you not. You understand? That has been said. And you know, when he was to get the job, a lot of commenters, people in the comment section have been saying that too. He's not the man for the job. What has he done? And stuff like that. So it is nothing new. Nothing new. Yes, Jairus, that's true. He said that. He even made mention of there are a lot of players that he's looking at. Some are committed and some have not made the final commitment. So, yeah, man. There are some business that are discussed in-house. The captains represents all players, including players who are not there as yet. That statement is divisive or divisive. All right, yeah, we can understand that, Eagle Republic. But I mean, because it's already out there, I guess it'll open my next can of worm. That's what you think. I think Paul Hall has made an effort to change our senior team playing style to modern football, playing out from the back and not the 1970s goalkeeper kicking the ball long. Yes, that is true. And if you notice, it doesn't matter how high we are pressing, the Mexicans are playing it out of the back. They are not rushing it. It's the same thing that the Suriname team did. So I mean, yes, that what Paul Hall is doing, it's modern day sort of football. Every team you see playing, you see they're playing that sort of style now. JFF is no good. Paul Hall is the man, and the players like him. Yeah, I think the players have. Remember, some of these players have been with him since Gold Cup, So he's not stranger to them. Gregory, big up yourself. The statement is only divisive to sensitive people. We need to change how we do business. We've been debut people in World Cup for decades. It not don't work. Full stop. Speak it, Blake. I can understand both sides of the story. Coach, that why 7 development players don't make any sense. Why you pick players you don't trust to go on the field? Exactly. So we just need to pick the best players. 2 at each position when you call up a squad. CD, that's the thing with Jamaica, not knowing they made up their own stories for their agenda. All right, so I dropped the link to people. Coach Mindy, this is a new normal. Paul Hall resign. Wind resign. Wind resign. The man is making demands now. So resignation. That you think. See, one of the man here where pressure Paul Duckland, call in. See, dear people, Duckland Stennett is one of the persons, and him not afraid to say it, that are pressure the coach. You understand? Hold on, the people. Let me make a one call. Rolling Duckland, Stennett. one, big up yourself, one. All right, so D Thompson said they need to change the captaincy. Big up Duckland. Oh, win as usual at the rounds. Big up yourself, 1-1. Oh, in England stayed. Nice, cool evening. No rain today. Wait, what's up? What's happening? There has been clear improvement in the way how the boys play. Let Paul all continue and see where we're able in at least a year's time. Yes, big up yourself, Ames again. Just tuning in, blessing to everyone. All is a poor coach, in my opinion, but if he leaves, we will not hire a proper coach. We will probably just hire somebody worse. All right. See, people may tell us, say, one of them who don't believe, and there are other persons also who does not believe he's a good coach. Yeah. There are many plethora, several persons, a myriad of persons believe that he's not a good coach. What constitute a good coach? Does he not trust the players, or is he a poor man manager? He's an inexperienced coach. Easy to make changes when you're up 3-1. Different when you have to take off Bailey in a tight game. Yeah. And you see, you have to make some tough decision when you're up on the sideline, because trust me, so when they crowd in at the stadium, I say no. The crowd that rush all the referee and everybody. It crowd that show change, including myself. It tough on the sideline. I can tell you that. All right, 1-1. Yeah, man. I would like to get your insight on the key technical skills that we need to improve in our kids, schoolboys, Premier League footballers to get to the level of the Costa Rica, Mexico. Listen, Ricardo, that has to start at a tender age. These things have to be developed in academies, football in schools. Repetition cause you to be better at what you do. Repetition. So if they are not doing it consistently, trust me, there's gonna be issues. Getting a call. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome to the show. You're live.
Well, coach, where you going with?
Well, would they try analyze the game,
With us, we have some player where, to me, coach, them never develop properly.
And that me just that talk about.
Yeah, man. No, for you, and then I develop properly, coach. Because me play ball, and I some look of simple thing. Yo, coach, you know, say, you know, when you come at them level, you know, you just come to set up a style because everybody's supposed to come with a level there where you can say what you know where you are play chair back and you adapt. And any system you want to use are supposed to adapt it. Just to how you they get your mentor, the way how you develop as a footballer from your 8-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
So we can't have a coach a national team expect to teach man how to control and how to pass ball.
No, that's a nonsense.
Yeah, if a man on the right hand side of the ball, you pass it on the left hand. No coach is supposed to tell them something, brother. You're supposed to just come and say, what you know? You go play it from the back. You go pass it to low, go pass it. We know what we are going to do. You see me, I say? And we start when we are going to switch the game and everything. So we not think we should have come because sometimes when I watch Jamaica team and see the man, them brother, like me, I say, yo, no, for them youth are just lucky, you know, brother, because I don't know how them man that get fair play international football. Yo, I don't know what we have club, you know, coach, we have a certain level of expectation for Maggie. Maggie not playing a ball, I have to call a spade, brother. Me I watch Maggie in the match against Suriname. Maggie not look better than nobody else. Maggie don't know cut above, so if the coach use Maggie, is no problem. Me see him man use Topi last night. Topi not ready, brother.
Mm-hmm.
Not at all. First of all, he overweight. He man of the best reader of the game. What kind of attribute him have one in big and tall? They don't ball alone. You cannot man can't make up coach, it pain me to see them, my brother. Coach, you them in Jamaica, I think we need to invest more in the youth coaching and development.
Yeah, man, that's where it all starts, you know.
Right now, coach, the man, if we're going to think about football seriously, corporate, every sponsor, them have to go get involved in the school, them, brother, because them are develop the ball of them. And I know club are develop the ball of boy, you know. And most of the school, them are develop ball because of them have a competition and not even last no time. And you play 5 match, brother. Yo, we have to do something. We have to do an overall coach. You know, just work so. It no matter if you go for set platter, it no matter which administrator you want to find a coach, it will be the same thing, you know. If we don't have an overall and develop the youth up with a certain system for early coaching, now go different. We're going to keep on going to play in a middle campaign. Because the man have just not ready. Anything we have to coach, we have to set out a plan. And coach, I think we need somebody. We have bright mind coaching up. We can do it, you know, brother. And them know the base and them know if you do, you know. I think, coach, if them put Anjo and Miguel together, I don't think we can get a better pairing than that. To somebody will ever look.
What happened to what the coach from Veer name again? Soldier man, the man. What him name again? Him name does a jump out of me. Dookie.
Yeah, man.
Dookie, one of the bright minds at the sport in Jamaica. Although enough people don't like him, you know, but
Dookie have too much ego, bro.
But you have to have ego and swag as a coach too, you know.
Your ego may be Dookie have. Dookie will come and make the same thing reach him. Want to take over administration, like someone like a Craig Butler to me.
Oh.
I don't know.
Well, I don't know if them weird still for say that.
For me, I think he will come and instead of want coach, he want do administration business, brother, and them. But coach, me not say administration has to do with this still, you know. But coach, all right, even if you are involved, Dookie, but to me not see Dookie make the move Andrew and Miguel them make in terms of the further himself.
But me say him have a A license that him get in America.
Okay. And Andrew them try to go all over the world, go take different experience and do all different type of thing, man, Miguel. So coach, more just appearing there. More than
okay.
The pair me attack, you know, me not attack one of them. If them can work together, me like them two persons together. But to me, them know the whole base. Me think them know what to do. And people them study a lot, them always a look and them watch whole heap of football. So if you see one player in England and say, oh yeah, you can fit in me thing, them do that because them sit down on them thing all the while. But if somebody say, look, me can't go, me not really have nothing to say. Like, on the thing me they look on, to me, have that. Him feel have ego and style as a coach, but yes sir, to me feel like me want dip in it.
Okay.
Meanwhile, him no want be administrator. To me.
Okay, I get your point.
I think enough time that's why I left out of some job where I hold.
Yeah, man. All right.
It would have got different but if a coach me can't go against where you say with it.
No, me just show out a name, you know, because me hear people say why can't a man like that get an opportunity?
Yeah,
so that's why I throw it out.
But coach them better than Tapa, you
know.
Better than Tapa, so you know, I don't like Tapa does have a good run when him there running, but Tapa them I watch Tapa coach St. James and you don't see nothing. Coach Siba you don't see nothing there, so you can see Duki when Duki take a team, you can see imprint pan, you know. Just like Andrew, just like Miguel, when them take a team, you see for them style pan it. And for them philosophy around the team. Say you know, say them man come with something. If you watch Duki and watch them, when Duki go out on team, you see a different type of setup. Me I tell you, because Duki coach one team now, and they are one of their favorites to come up early.
So you think about Paula? You think Paula will continue?
Coach, you know, for when me wouldn't use Paula. Coach, I tell you for when me wouldn't use Paula. Paula, this is with Tapa, you know, so you tell me that Paula no more on Tapa, me Tapa, I work on the Tapa. And, you know, see, no look changes, so you have to Tapa now and hear nothing from me now use. And I see Paula there, them left Paula there with some man, and not tell me nothing, coach. Me I watch, so me I go play Panama, me watch all of Panama tape. Me have a set of money where me a coach. I saw we are playing, I saw we are playing, I saw we are playing. We cannot get no overrun because you have some quality player have at disposal for you. That's what I'm talking about my 11 change. If you have, you feel like if I want sensible top quality coach, have them man the whole long and they watch all of the tape with Panama. And when Panama come here, they can go around. Could go around them, brother. I don't like you know you get clearly play your foot. So, me, you as top assistant, for top of fail to brother, you should have gone too. They don't say, coach internationally, I go like you don't know the thing.
Yeah, they must agree with them, man.
I think Man City have a fire Pep. I left him back room, sir. Huh?
No.
Coach, I go like you don't know the thing, man.
But remember say you have sometimes some interim position, like what them do with Paul or caretaker. Sometimes they go out and sometimes they take from within.
Yes, they will use you, but it all depends on where you bring on it. Say you have a different style, because they did it even Michael Carrick with Manchester.
And then do it with gigs too. Yeah, I remember Carrick was a part of the team too, so I mean he happened, man, but when I know something where people like.
Yeah, I tell us
because it no normally work out, to be honest.
Yeah, I tell you, coach, but for you with the Tapa, you know, say nothing with you and Tapa, brother. I mean, no Tapa to listen to you, because you come from, you're dead there. Oh, God, man. No, man. Coach, I just think, I think we have people who invest, and who invest in themselves, and who other people invest in, which can take on this thing. And you could have called 3 names. Paul and Love better coach than Andrew and Miguel Cole and Duki them. I don't think so.
So how about a consortium of them? A lot of them work together to achieve
That's
certain...
one good idea. That's one good idea too.
So some man work on the defensive section of things. Some man work on the midfield. some man work on a attack, and all our minds them come together to ensure say the team are play at a particular way and put the ego aside and all of them. So
yeah, and do it for your country. So watch. Yeah, you grew up in our country. I town man.
Boy, I grew up everywhere now. Both country and town.
You never hear some old people say two head better than one. You think a joke thing that?
Yeah. I true talk. But yeah. Carla, that is something that is happening internationally in football, you know.
Yes. Remember say, coach, all of the team them, when you look for the man and coaching staff, our team by itself in a 11 man,
Yeah. And some are more than that.
And some are more than that too. Because you have a 3-4 physio. We are going to come back down to class. So we can press the government, brother, man, that keep much money from Petro Jama.
Well, we don't know about that still in a car. You say once we not a proof, we're not go down the line then.
I'm not to go where they go with it, but in a court still, so all right. So we deal with football. But them are those things in our country, coach, where some things in our country where no make no sense. So we can pay some of them coaches, brother. Our corporate must love compare things when they like World Cup. They have to start from now.
Some now have leverage for do that still, you know. Some remember say Jamaicans stay in a brethren. Then follow winnings, you know.
A wagon is them, man.
All the
corporate sponsor them.
Everybody, a wagon is them.
You want to know, here how Burrell used to get them come on board. Burrell flying copter go land over digital office. Go red side. And do whatever do them do say, you want to know, boy, it's a come beg them to sponsor and match. But then, we say, president, we can't get nowhere to go talk to them. It's not for a man that you want to hear from you. Who you, man?
Yeah, D. Thompson. We know a new coach normally bring in their own assistant, but Paul Hall is the interim coach. What if him get the position full time and him want to bring in film coaches? Them nothing wrong with that. But at the present time, I don't think he has any authority to bring in backroom staff, and him don't know if he might get the job full time. Probably that is what has delayed him bringing in his backroom staff.
Coach, the man them can't put the ego aside. And you put all of them man there. Me don't know if no more they still right now. But you see them a 3 man they will call a 3 bright brain them the brother. We're investing in their coaching ability and get this lifestyle boat and go about to spend time. Miguel they now want place this so coach I want you man. They can do it, coach.
Yeah, man. And then, a full time we will start work together now.
Yeah.
That's our idea going forward.
And about with the ego, brother. Remember, if a goalkeeper coach come and him have different things for where you do, you know, just work with him and say, oh yeah, that's something new you teach me. And me learn something new for okay, so yeah, we can do this together, man. And the man him sit down and know, say, yes, I saw this thing I go. When you're alone to sit down in a coach and analyze, 30 players, you know, and I say, you want to come up with the best 18 and the best 11, you know. That's easier to do when I check it or 4 hours about it.
As what you say, your granny tell us, say, 2 head better than 1, sir.
At all time.
Yeah, man.
At all time.
I'll do, and everything your granny then say makes sense when we start looking into it, you know, but some of the things them.
Yeah,
man, they make, yeah. Because enough I think them when they tell we, you know, and when we look into it, you know, they make no sense, you know.
I see that this man. I see that this. But you're young. You
just take it. Yeah.
But no fight, then talk enough things where make sense. Then I look back. And enough of them are eat that.
Yeah, man. yeah. Brain drains, the grannies are overrated.
No, we don't know. They highly rated it 2 head better than 1 guys.
Of course. That makes sense. That is a proven one, man.
And that's a proven one. But you know, coach, I just ego have to go down here, man. And we have to make sure we have to take football serious because To me, we don't have a football culture. That's one of the main things. We don't have a football culture, coach.
True.
Remember, we are bigger than we, you know. You are going to have more people than we, you know, Wales, you know.
We love the football, you know, but you see, where we miss out is the infrastructure. We miss out on, you know.
We don't have a culture, coach. We don't have a culture. You see, if me and you are prime minister.
So that's why infrastructure parties, man, the same culture, man. That's why it have to start, you know.
Yeah, man. Because remember, you know, coach, if you have a football culture, you know, when we put US in our hotel, you know, if we put them anywhere, you know, remember say, you know, that the hotel there, you know, we have make sure tell all our guests them, say, look here, we're having a party over here tonight. And we are turn on stone. We just turn on stone love and one song that they play for you all night.
Man can't sleep.
And one song I play and you see me, and it's no police not trouble it because of free thing that, brother. When you go to Costa Rica, your boy tell us right, she like sound play till morning, man. No coffee nowhere. We don't have the culture there. So until we start put some things, brother, when a man come in a stadium, in a bus, if two police are bodyguard them, a man a dash sitting upon them and they come like, you know, they just move to your sake. You have to make yourself become more football friendly, hostile, brother. I don't like that injure nobody, but you have to make them know you're a Statistical boy. When they think about come to Jamaica, some player pull out to the injury.
Man. Apart of sport, you know, once we keep it,
you know,
once we keep it real apart of sport, you know, man.
Is it me I say?
Yeah, man.
Hello?
Yeah, man, we are here, man.
Hello?
Carla, we are here still. Come on, I can't not hear it. I came hang up. But big up yourself, Carla. Yeah, man. Good talk. So, this is some whole pack comments. I couldn't even get to read some of them on screen. Put up some. But when we say get a group of coaches, we still have a head coach. Yes, D Thompson, I know that. Of course, we are going to have a head coach. But, I mean, Peter Parker, yeah, man, me did say 1-1 draw now. And me did say 1-1 draw. So, we have to look into that too. Me did say 1-1 draw. You know what I mean? So, do you think All have his job in England because he's not producing? No, I don't think so. All look like he's deep into development, you know. You understand? You can't, once a man go down that trajectory there, you really can't pressure him, you know. All right. So in terms of the score line, Peter Parker, yeah, I predicted 1-1 and it ended 1-1. So some feather that, you know.
Coach Minzy, best round here.
Yeah, man.
Remember that.
Yeah, man. I mean, did select
Coach
that, man.
Minzy, best round here. Remember that.
Yeah, man. So, I mean, there's a lot of work to be done, administratively and football-wise, technical. And you see, again, the once they're a national team, you know, or a professional footballer, you know, we're not supposed to be teaching players mainly tactics and how a player fit in the system, you know. No control and pass, no fear teaching, you know. Man supposed to come there with them thing there, you know. So who can do that? Need to go kick some ball pan wall. Even though I know how to not go do that, but we can have better training facility than that. So yeah, that's my few cents on that. In terms of the players, Andre Blake, trust me, he was outstanding. Damian Lowe played a very good game as well. One of the tackles that he made could have been more than a yellow card from where I sat. But We're happy that didn't, but he played well. Covered, made some excellent tackles, right on time tackles. Yeah. So he played well. Amari Bell, for one point in the game, a lot of attacks were coming over. It was surprising me how the attacks didn't come on Javane Brown's side. They were just marauding over the side where Amari Bell was. Amari Bell, not a bad game, but not one of his best games. But he did not do too bad at all. Javane Brown, he didn't have a good game. Didn't have a good game at all, and that happens to players from time to time. He would have gotten a very low grade from me. Didn't have a good game. So I mean, I know that these players are professional again, so they do introspection. They watch back the games to see how they play in order to improve themselves, and that's what Damian Lowe said. In terms of him improving, he needs to see back some of the things that he did in the game. Jamai Topi, to me, good pass of the football, but I mean, for too often, we had Damian Lowe mopping up for him. Damian Lowe was playing on the right, and sometimes you have to run on the left to make a tackle. And that was something that wasn't good in my eyes. Yeah, and that needs to be worked on. Jamai Topi needs to improve on his game. You know what I mean? Lambert was abysmal. Was an abysmal performance. It wasn't good at all. He turned over the ball. Many times ball was supposed to be passed to him when they had a reset, and the man fix him socks. Something women never like. It was just too obvious. You understand? Too obvious. Didn't like it at all. So he would have gotten a low grade. Speedy again. Speedy, efficient in terms of probably closing down play. I didn't see that too much from him yesterday. I didn't see that too much from Speedy. Speedy, oftentimes people complain about him not being able to advance the ball forward. That is something that needs to be looked on in terms of Speedy game. Is Speedy actually a long-term plan for the Reggae Boyz, or is just a short-term plan at this moment? You know, these are some of the things I have to say in terms of that. Man said, Topi look like him never miss a meal. CD, not a good game for Jamaica, but at the end of the day, they gain a point. We have maybe 6 players in the current team. All right. So we move on to Ravel. Ravel was a little bit out of the game because I think they were bypassing him a little bit. And whenever Ravel touched the ball, it was a touch of genius, a touch of magic. Ravel is just the man, Virgin. Ravel is just the man. There's no going around Ravel's game. He was just outstanding. Juna Flemings didn't have one of his best games. I think the games versus Suriname, he didn't have his best game against Mexico. But one thing I noticed, when Juna Flemings gets the ball, he drives forward and give the Reggae Boyz an advantage in terms of getting foul closer to the opponent's third, attacking third. That might not be anything specific to what some persons want to see, but I think that is not a bad strategy to employ. Remember, Dranick, that's my opinion. I believe he passed the ball well. That's one of the good attributes about him. You can't have a player where you have nothing good about him, Dranick. It might not be the best in terms of comparing other persons, other defenders, but one of his better attributes is to pass the ball. No going around that. And that's my opinion still. All right. Leon Bailey put in a stellar performance for the Reggae Boyz. Yes, he played well. Some persons are even saying it's one of his best performances for the Reggae Boyz. And it is against a top team. He actually scored. So definitely he would get more points for his performance in my estimation. So it was a good look, man. Good look. Good look. Good look for the Reggae Boyz. You know what I mean? We have to big up Leon Bailey, because he has gone under a lot of pressure. Persons did not want him to start in the game. They said that he shouldn't start because he has not played well. Well, I guess he silenced the critics with this one. You know what I mean? Who was the next player? Boza with an assist. He didn't hold up the ball well in my estimation. That's what I was saying to Manning's man today. Not all strikers have the same attributes. You'd say a Michael and Atafroy Bygrave, according to some persons, they hold up the ball better than Boza. But Boza is one of this striker. I believe will just take the ball and take on persons rather than hold up the ball till later. So, in terms of what we would have wanted to see, we didn't see that from Boza because the supply up front was poor, because the midfield was out of it. Yeah. So that's pretty much it for me in terms of the players. I think wasn't a great performance. However, they got the job done, qualifying for the Gold Cup. So congratulations again to the Reggae Boyz. Coach missing the old-time coach game. Need to play in the sunshine. He can't take heat. I believe that Paul Hall should bring back Anthony Grant to mentor Kevin Lambert. If Hall wants to lower age of the team, he has to switch to Lambert, not Speedy. Yeah, so Rob Smith, that allow him not to be what he should have been in the other game. So he would have had a better game in the other game because he didn't have to play, so because the wing back played better. So that's the essence of what I'm saying. Coach, you're wrong about Bell. I don't know what you mean. I'm wrong about Bell. Stone Age Entertainment is saying coach missing the all. Okay, I read that already. Boza is not a target man. Striker never been. That's what I said. Maggie was needed. Jamal Lowe injured coach. Yes, that's what I heard. Bell was terrible coach. I wouldn't say it was terrible, but a lot of attack came his way. He was under a lot of pressure. Terrible? Nah. Was the goal scored on his side? Nah. Terrible? I don't agree. Rob Smith. All right, so people, we have come to the end of this show. Is this the last game for Coach Paul Hall? Well, let us see. Let us see what the negotiation will bring. You know what I mean? Thanks everyone for passing through. Remain Blake. A lot of Blake in the team. Coach, I hate the word sponsor. Sponsorship is a begging mentality. Companies don't sponsor sports. It's marketing. JFF current programs cannot attract eyeballs. Marketing. Well, if you hate the word sponsorship, boss man, I can't help you on that, you know. Sponsorship, if you check the term and the meaning, if you market it, you're still begging. So I mean, you're doing something to attract what the other people want. So you find a fancy way to get it. So it's the same thing. Same thing. All right. So people, big up on yourself. Thanks for tuning in. Really appreciate the support. Gotta go. Until next time. Stay safe. Peace out.
Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.